Brown's role in getting us into this economic mess, the histories of his premiership, should it last just 3 years or 10 perhaps, could well conclude that this was his finest hour. Gordon Brown has devoted nearly all his time over the last few months preparing for this week, desperately seeking some electoral stimulus. This was seen as his last great chance politically. Indeed, amidst the euphoria surrounding the election of Barack Obama last autumn, some senior Labour figures went so far as to suggest that the pictures this week of Obama and Brown working together as world statesmen to save the global economy would act as a springboard for a spring election this May or June. Thoughts of a snap election were actually ditched weeks ago, but the powerful scenes this week should boost Gordon Brown and his party, for a while at least. We've had the Obama stardust duly rubbing onto the Prime Minister's shoulders, Brown lapping up praise from the most popular politician on the planet.
You're to be congratulated because you have shown extraordinary energy and leadership and initiative in laying the groundwork for this summit. All of us owe Prime Minister Brown an extraordinary debt of gratitude for his preparations in what I believe will be a historic and essential meeting of the G20 nations.
But will all this impress voters? The American pollster Frank Luntz often does surveys here for Newsnight.
What really does matter is how people feel. Do they have more money in their bank accounts? Are their jobs safe and secure? People will forget what Gordon Brown has said in the summit, but they won't forget how he's made them feel. If he makes them feel better, if they are more confident about the future, then maybe the summit will be the moment that turn things around. But if things haven't turned around 9 months, 12 months from now, then the summit won't even be a blip in history.
And in the Commons tonight, a reminder of the domestic constraints on this month's budget.
No $1 trillion boost for the IMF and trade finance will help us deal with a £1 trillion national debt that we are leaving to our children thanks to this government. The truth is, Britain will be clearing up for the economic mess created by this government long after the G20 show leaves town.
The last time London staged such a world crisis gathering was under Ramsay MacDonald, held in 1933 on this site in Jermyn Street, now, by a neat twist, a branch of NatWest, part of the failed RBS. But that summit collapsed amid splits between Europe and America. As a keen historian who's studied the Depression years, Gordon Brown will be only too well aware of the failure of Ramsay MacDonald's conference held on this spot in 1933. Indeed, in the House of Commons yesterday, he actually referred to the fact that after the Wall Street crash of 1929, it was another 16 years before the world's leaders got together to sort out the global financial system. In contrast, he hopes, to what's happened this week. It's as if Gordon Brown thinks his long career, his burning ambition, was destined for moments like this. Even if, as the polls suggest, he loses office a year from now, he'll personally feel today vindicates his premiership, that it can't be deemed a failure.
Michael Crick,